Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diana and the Book Hunt. Today I'm going to be wrapping up my weekly reading vlogs that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, where I've been reading a book which features a trope that is starting with the letter of the weekday that I'm reading for, which is weird, I know, but it's a thought, so I decided to do it. I'm going to be releasing this vlog on Sunday, and for Sunday, I've picked Small Town Sunday as the trope that I want to read in. The book that I've chosen is by the Queen of Small Town Romances. I think that she has been proclaimed as such by many booktubers that I follow. It's Devney Perry. I've read the first two books off of her Lark Cove, Montana series. And I did that, if I'm not mistaken, about in 2018 or the beginning of 2019. So it's been quite a while back that I read those two books. But I really did like them. I gave them both 4 stars. And I knew that when I was going to do the Small Town Sunday vlog, I would do a Devney Perry book. And since I've already started this series, I decided to just continue on because they're standalones, but they're within the same town, which is called Lark Cove. Um, the first book, um, I really liked. I think I liked this one the most so far, at least the first one. And we had a woman who was she had a one night stand with this billionaire type of guy, and then she never took his credentials or his details, and she fell pregnant. And then many years later, by chance, they encounter each other because of a project that he's going to do in Montana. And he finds out that he has a kid. So, in the third book, the one that I'm picking up now, we're going to be following his assistant, Piper. And she's moving over to Montana because this guy, this billionaire guy, I forgot his name. I think his name was Logan. I think his name was Logan. He used to live in Manhattan, in New York. So obviously she was living there as well because she was working for him in his charitable foundation that he runs. Um, but she just recently had an unexpected divorce. She was the instigator for the divorce, and slowly but surely, once the book starts, we find out why she wanted to divorce her husband. So she's just recently divorced. She's recently single. She moved over to Larkov because she wants to be close to her now new friends, so Thea and Logan, and and their family, but also because she wants a break from New York. She wants a clean break. She wants to move somewhere where she's going to feel um, more at home. She immediately purchases this house that is a ranch style house, but really like an atrocious type of house that she needs to um, basically demolish and then build up again. Um, and that's when she finds out that she has this very brooding, very kind of a mountain man type of neighbor. His name is Kane. At the beginning of the book, we do have a chapter of Kane where he um, goes through something very tragic. I don't know if I mentioned, but the book is called Tragic. But you'll see it posted, I think, here somewhere, the cover for the book. So you'll see the name and the author's name as well. But yeah, we find out that he went through something really tragic. It looks like he lost his wife or girlfriend, I don't know, and his baby. And it was some kind of an accident that involves someone who probably was close to him, and now she hates that guy. We don't know who it is yet. I'm about 25% into the book, so I don't know yet who is at fault for that accident, but he is very kind of jaded because of what has happened with his family. So he lives all by himself in this cabin close to Piper's new home, and immediately they get off on the wrong foot. They get into it, kind of fight about the fact that she's doing construction and she's distracting him because he makes furniture, woodwork. So he's very easily thrown off his game when he needs to work because of all the noise that happens around her house. And they immediately get into it. I mean, like 5% into the book, and they're already fighting about what is going on there. And then immediately they sense an attraction with each other and they jump into each other. So it's like 5% into the book and they're already going at it. And I'm like, okay, how is this going to go? Because I'm not a fan of insta love, but this is clearly not insta love, it's more insta lust. Um, and I can get on board with now seeing their reasoning for what is happening between them, because Piper basically gets out of this marriage and she needs someone to kind of help her get over whatever has happened with her marriage. And he has not been in a relationship or hasn't been with a woman for 3 years. And immediately when he kind of lays eyes on her, he's immediately kind of awakened from like a dead man walking life, you know. So I get that, so I can get on board with that. I can kind of suspend my disbelief for the situation. So um yeah, I'm on board with it, even though I was like at the beginning I was like, okay, how long am I into the audiobook for that this is happening already? But anyway, um the nice thing about Piper is that she cooks. I love that she cooks. She lives now in this kind of a caravan type of, like a, what is it called? The Americans call it like an airstream, I think. While her house is being renovated, and she invites him over for dinner. She cooks for him. She cooks like a million things because she doesn't know what he likes. She's kind of nervous about having him over. He himself is also kind of nervous about whether they're going to be able to keep this casual. And they also both love hiking, which I also like. They went on a hike after Piper had this kind of a bothering phone call with her ex-husband, because we find out that he actually didn't want to get a divorce. So he's still kind of hoping to get back together with her, but she is completely done with him. But she is kind of like a people pleaser type of person, I sense, because she cannot say no to him. So she always picks up his calls. She doesn't have a clean break with him, you know, that she just tells him not to contact her or anything. So I'm on the fence about what is going on there with her ex-husband. So I'm interested to see how this is going to progress into an actual relationship. Is he going to fall first? Are they going to fall together? And how is it going to, how is his tragedy going to impact their relationship, as well as her tragedy, because we find out that she is not able to have children. So I'm kind of curious to see how this one is gonna go. Typically, as is with Devney Perry books, I expect this to be a 4 or 5 star read. At the moment, I'm kind of sensing that it's going to be a 4 star read, but let's see how that's gonna go. Um, I am, on a side note, I'm having kind of post COVID kind of throat problems and coughing problems, and I really hope that it's going to be something incidental, that it's not going to kind of repeat itself, that I'm going to have like coughing fits a lot. But yeah, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to listen to my audiobook. It's like a something like a 6 hour audiobook, and I'm already 25% into it, so I hope that I'll be able to finish it today. And yeah, I'll update you once I am over the 50% mark, so you know whether I'm still enjoying this as much as I am at the moment. I do have to say that there's a lot of steamy times in this book. Already like 25% into the book, they've been together 3 times or so. So it's more heavy on the steam and less on the relationship development. But let's see how that's gonna go. Maybe something will change. Maybe it will be a type of situation where the two of them rely more on their attraction than on their actual feelings. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. At the moment, I'm having a fun time with it, and I hope to update you with more good news once I'm further into the book. See you later. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another update on my Sunday, what was it? Small Town Sunday reading vlog. I've been reading this morning, but I have to be very honest with you. It's been a very kind of a gloomy, rainy November morning. So I've been kind of also dozing off and on and kind of missing some points in the story, so I had to rewind it a couple of moments ago to read back what happened, because it was the conflict, like the third act breakup as people call it, that happened within the book. Last time I left off, where did I leave off last time? Last time I left off with the fact that they were having more of a physical relationship than an emotional one. Piper was dealing with the fact that her ex-husband is still kind of wanting to be in her life. He didn't want to be divorced, so he's still actively calling her and wanting to make up. While we found out that Kane, he had some kind of trauma in the past that involves his child and possibly his girlfriend or wife. And I think that now, because we had a situation where he admitted that his mom took the other person's side in the conflict, I think that it may involve his brother. But we don't know that yet. But he is just so traumatized by whatever happened to him with the death of his close ones, that even when he sees children, he's like running away and really not wanting to put himself in a situation where he can be reminded of not having those things in his life anymore. So while I do get that, that it's kind of traumatic for him, what happens is Piper falls pregnant. In the beginning of the story, we kind of find out that she can't have children, and as the story progresses, we find out that actually when she was having problems conceiving with her then husband, he took over the communication with the clinic where they were doing their tests of their health checkups. So it turns out actually that she wasn't infertile. She did have some hormonal imbalances, but nothing that couldn't be resolved. Well, it turned out that actually her ex-husband Adam actually had a low sperm count, meaning that he is possibly the problem with their infertility issues, and he never told her that. So she was the whole time under the impression that she's actually infertile, but it turned out that she isn't. So whenever she starts up her physical relationship with Kane, it becomes very soon apparent that she actually can get pregnant, because she does. By the way, my hair is very greasy because I didn't wash it today, but I just want to give it a rest because I'm still a bit sick. So I just don't want to wash it and then go outside and have the problem of kind of having a problem of not really recuperating properly. So it looks horrible, but don't mind it. I'm gonna put it in a ponytail. So yeah, the problem with straight fine hair, it gets greasy very easily. So yeah, she falls pregnant and she's like, okay, I need to tell Kane, and she goes over to tell him finally, and it doesn't go well. He totally flips out. And he does it in a very kind of crude way. I mean, I get that you have trauma and everything, but the way that he reacted to the pregnancy news was just atrocious. So I really don't know how he's going to get back from there. What kind of groveling he'll need to do and what kind of soul searching. I just don't see any redemption for him at the moment, at least for myself when I'm reading it. So this kind of threw me off. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I did get the fact that he's brooding, as his character is, that he had a lot of trauma in his past, but that doesn't excuse him being a total jackass to Piper. So I'm kind of wondering whether he's going to grovel enough for me to be able to forgive him. I mean, I know that Piper needs to forgive him first, but as a reader, I kind of feel entitled that we get some kind of a groveling situation that he makes up for his asshole-ish behavior. So I'm very curious whether that will happen. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the story in a couple of hours from now. I'm going to go grocery shopping and stuff like that, so I'll have the time to listen to it while I'm at it, and I'm going to update you once I finish the book. And yeah, at the moment it looks like it's going to be a 3.5 to 4 star read, but let's see how far he's going to grovel and what he's going to do to kind of make up for the situation. So I'll update you soon. I'm going to put my hair up in a ponytail, and yeah, I'll see you later. Hey there. So I finished Tragic by Devney Perry today, and I'm on the fence, I have to say, because like I mentioned in the previous update, the way things ended with Piper telling Kane that she's pregnant and him reacting in such a poor way. He basically accused her of kind of deliberately getting pregnant and kind of like almost lying to him that she's infertile so that she can get pregnant and have a baby. That was really a very shitty thing to do, honestly. So, and it really came out of nowhere, out of his own insecurities and trauma. And instead of taking a step back and thinking it over and communicating with her, he really went all off and just saying things that are absolute trash. So that really kind of got my hackles up, and like I said in the previous clip, I really need to see some serious groveling and serious kind of remorse from him for me to be able to forgive him as a reader. And I do like how the story developed from that point on, that he went to his mother's place and that he did some closure actions with his past. That was something that he needed to do so he could move on. And then once he went back, he kind of divulged half of his story to Piper. She was kind of on the fence whether to forgive him or not, because she didn't know the full truth and she knew that she didn't know the full truth. So she was on the fence, but she kind of forgave him, and she understood that he was in a very tough spot. I would have liked more groveling. Honestly, I would have liked for him to go all out and really in some way prove himself that he is not the person that was in that moment, that he was really under such an effect that he could not hold back his emotions. But he went on to prove again and again that he has some anger issues, that he has some serious problems with keeping control of his emotions. And that happened also in the end, because we find out in the end that his brother was indeed the one who was in the car with his I'm gonna say his baby mama, because she was not his girlfriend. It turned out that they had a one night stand, Kane and Shannon, and she fell pregnant, and he was like, okay, I'm going to take care of you and the kid. But they didn't really have a relationship. She started a relationship with Kane's brother, without Kane knowing. So she was on a date with his brother. His brother had too much to drink, and then he crashed the car with his baby mama and the baby basically died. So he is blaming his brother for the death of his daughter. So his brother gets out of jail at some point, and he totally flips, because he's like, this is not okay. He's been in jail only for 3 years. He took my daughter's life away, and I'm not okay with him serving only 3 years. And he had some really very serious anger issues at that point. And I'm like, your girlfriend is pregnant with twins, by the way, with twins. and you are displaying some very serious um, anger issues in front of her and in front of other people as well. So I was really not okay with that direction of the scenario. Obviously, it happens in real life, probably, possibly. So it's not something out of the ordinary. But for me, as someone who is craving romance and someone who is craving the person who wants to prove himself to the other half that he is worthy of her, I didn't like that. So yeah, for me, uh, in the end, a lot of things fell into place. So I like that. Um, but I can't give this book 4 stars, honestly. I think it's a 3.5 star for me. If I think back on the previous two books, I like them more, especially the first one. That one was a solid 4 star read for me, and I really loved, even though it has a hidden pregnancy, not a surprise pregnancy, but a hidden pregnancy. In the plot, it was really well developed. While this one, just the main issue was the hero, Kane. He didn't grovel enough. He had some serious issues that I don't believe that he kind of redeemed himself for those issues. And yeah, I was just not a fan of that plot line. So I'm going to give this one 3.5 stars. And yeah, I think I'll be happy with that rating. I will probably continue on with the series at some point, probably not now. There is a fourth book within the series that focuses on Logan's sister, so the hero from the first book, his sister. She's going to come to visit in Montana, and she's going to, if I'm not mistaken, she's going to have some kind of a relationship with the bartender, who is kind of also very mysterious at Thea's bar. So yeah, I'm curious about that one, but I'll probably leave it off for some time next year because I have a lot of books to read in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this last reading vlog with my Monday through Sunday trope reads. And let me know if you've read this book, whether you liked it or not, or whether you have any recommendations with small town romances for me as well, because I love small town romances. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you very soon in the next one. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Happy reading. Take care, and bye bye.